Further, we have the concept of change in interest rate. As mentioned earlier, quite often if the period of borrowing is very, very long, then the rate of interest change. After 2 years, the rate of interest could change. Again, after 3 years, the rate of interest could change. In such cases, what would be the change in the amount and compound interest? So it's a very simple offshoot of the formula itself. So, for example, if the interest was R1 for T1 period and R2 for next T2 period and so on, for simple interest, the amount would be P into 1 plus R1 T1 is the principal for the first period. Then that becomes the amount for the second period that is added. Then later on the interest changes to rate 2 to a different period. So that into 1 plus R2 T2, because now for the second period, this itself will be the principal for the second period, even if it's simple interest. In compound interest, it is the same. P into 1 plus R1 raised to T1 into 1 plus R2 raised to T2. This is the change in interest rate process. So we have, for example, the compound interest on half yearly rests on rupees 10,000. The rate for the first and second years being 6%, and for the third year 9% per annum is so and so. So we have, hence it's going to be P into 1 plus R1 raised to T1 into 1 plus R2 raised to T2. So it's going to be 10,000 into 1 plus R1. The rate for the first and second years being 6%. So it's going to be an half yearly basis. So if it's 6%, it's going to be 3% for each half year. So it's going to be 1.03 raised to how many for the first and second year? So there are 2 years, and there are 2 into 3, 2 into 2, 4 such half years, because in each of the year, first and second year, there are 2 such half years, into, and for the third year 9 points. So it's going to be 1.045, because for 1 year it's 9% for half year, and there are 2 such half year period in the third year. So this is how we need to calculate. So let's see what we have here. 1.03 into 2 times, 3 times, 4 times into 1.045 . So it turns out to be 12,290 odd rupees is the amount that we get. But we need to find the compound interest. So we need to subtract how much? 10,000 from this. So the compound interest is going to be this. So this is roughly 2,290.83 is what we get. So among these we have 2200, 2287, 2285 and none. So obviously it is none, because it's way too different from 2285. It's 2290, and hence that's the right answer. Okay. Furthermore, you have another question. Rate of simple interest on a sum of money is 6% per annum for the first 3 years, 8% per annum for the next 5 years, and 10% per annum for the period beyond 8 years. If the simple interest accrued by the sum for a period for 10 years is 1560, the sum is what? So let's see what the sum is. So eventually our equation is going to be P into 1 plus R1 T1 into 1 plus R2 T2 into 1 plus R3 T3. This is a case of simple interest. If it was compound interest, it will be 1 plus R1 raised to T, that way. And this turns out to be 1560. So it's going to be P into 1 plus, for the first 3 years, it's going to be 6%. So 0.06 into 3. Then 8% 8% for the next 5 years. So 1 plus 0.08 into 5. So totally 3 plus 5, 8. If the simple interest accrued and 10% for the period beyond 2 years. That means totally there are 10 years, 8 years are over. So anything beyond that is for the remaining 2 years. It is 10%, so 0.1 into 2 is 1560. So eventually this is P into 1.18 into 1.4 into 1.2 is equal to 1560. So let's see what we have here. 1.18 into 1.4 into 1.2. Okay, 1.924 and we have 1560 divided by 1. Okay, we have done a mistake here. This is the simple interest. So you have to be minus P has to go on here. This is simple interest. So it's going to be P into all these, which turns out to be 1.9840 minus 1 is 1560. Sorry, there was a mistake. We often have a tendency to take the principal, this is amount itself as a simple interest. So this will turn out to be 1560 divided by 0.9840. So we have which works out to be roughly around 1587.9 or something, 1588. Works out to be 1587.90. And that is roughly around 1588. So among these, this is the right answer. So among these, so here you have a tendency to make a mistake. So it's P into 1 plus this part minus P has to be done. So you take out P out as a common factor and you get 1.9840 and hence we get it accordingly. Alright. 1588. Okay. Now let's see, a person deposited rupees 5,000 in a bank. The deposit was left to accumulate at 6% quarterly for the first 5 years and at 8% compounded semi-annually for the next 8 years. The compounded amount at the end of 13 years is what? The compounded amount we have at the end of 13 years. So that means here we are not interested in the interest. So here deposit, so it's going to be 5, so it's going to P into 1 plus R1 raised to T1 into 1 plus R2 raised to T2. So it's 5,000 left to 6% compounded quarterly. So it's going to be 6%. So 1 plus 0.06 by 4, which is 0.015 quarterly for the first 5 years. So there are first 5 years, there will be 5 into 4, 20 quarters into 1 plus R2, and that is 8% annually. So it's going to be 0.08 annually. So half year is going to be 0.04. So it's 1.04 for the next 8 years. So 8 into 2, 16. So we have what amount we get. We need to see. So we have 1.015 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So what do we have? 1.015 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it roughly turns out to be 1.346855 into 5,000. So into 5, all right. Three, four, 6, 8, 5, 5, equal to, okay. And you have 1.04 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This turns out to be roughly around, this is also, is 12,613 rupees 17 paise, something like that. Turns out to be around 12,613 rupees 17 paise. And the closest among these, of course, is very close to it. So we can take this as the right answer. Okay. Yes, we do have that.